Hey, we are live. Hi, everybody. Claude Diamond here. What a long day. Oh, my God. Long Monday. Think want to join me in a beer? It's not beer with Claude, but I love a beer at the end of the day. I run 10 miles a day, so I think I deserve this. Long day, a lot of phone calls, a lot of busy stuff going on. Um, I got a message from one of my videos from a fellow named Aberrant Art, and he basically told a story about I called a realtor and the realtor totally dismissed him, talked down to him, almost, almost like the realtor was buying something from him. But my guy, it sounded like he wanted to do business with this realtor. The realtor interviewed him and rejected him. I'll tell you one thing, you've got to play a role. To be successful in business, you have to take an authoritative a role. You have to be the person who knows how to ask questions, act like you're hiring the person. If you're a nice guy or girl, or you're confused, and you go into, okay, boy, am I going to get in trouble for this stuff. I haven't even had a sip yet. Hey, to your health, nobody deserves success more than you good people. Um, enjoy life, stay cool this summer, and drink good beer while you're on the way to the bank. L'chaim, cheers, salute, one of my favorites. You've got to be an authoritative figure when you're talking to people. If you're going there and you're begging like a dog at the table for scraps, people are going to talk down to you. They're going to pick your brain. You're going to do free consulting and they're going to reject you. When you call up someone to network, or a prospect or a cold call, you have to sound different. We talk a lot of times, we talk this about pattern interrupts. We had on my Monday group training call today, we talked extensively about not, I have no competition. You know why? Because my competition is still doing the same old tired shit. They're still saying, hi, just reaching out. And they read this little script, and the prospect knows right away. You and I get phone calls all day long, telemarketers, robocalls. We get spam and all that. And what do? Of course, we reject them. We hang up, we delete. All that stuff. When you're calling up somebody, you better sound a lot different. When you're calling up somebody to do business with them, for instance, a lot of my clients are in real estate. You're calling up realtors. You want to go to that realtor and say, hey, I have an idea how you and I can make a lot of money today. You wouldn't be interested, would you? You do that right up front. Skip the howdy doody. Hello, how are you? What beer are you drinking? By the way, today is brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Really good beer for someone who's watching his car. I wish that, God, I wish they were my sponsor. How am I? It's good beer though, and I love these aluminum cans. They keep it really cold. The thing about it is, when you speak to people, and if you have a question or something, you can put it in the chat box here. We're live right now on YouTube. And I had to answer this. When you're calling up people, you have to be an authority figure. You have to sound, you got to play the role. You got to go to my favorite university. You guys know my alma mater, right? Fake it until you make it. You have to get on that phone call and say, I'd like to do business with you. I'd like to make you an offer today. Say that to your prospects. People have properties for sale or for rent. First thing you should say is, hi, are you the owner of 123 Avocado Lane? I'd like to make you an offer today. Do you think that you'll have their attention? You better believe it. Why? Because nobody is speaking that way. If you want to be successful, I run a very successful business, okay? And it's just because I do something really well. I know how to talk to people. I talk to people every day, cold calls, warm calls, follow-up calls. A lot of people call me. A lot of people set up appointments. I'm busy. And I have the secret superpower of persuasion. I was lost forever. I went to law school, business school. I went to every seminar. I've read all the Napoleon Hill books and everything. I've done everything except walked on hot coals, because I always thought that was dumb. But that's my opinion. Don't get mad at me if you've walked on hot coals. I just think paying somebody thousands of dollars to end up in the hospital is crazy. But that's just me. Going and speaking to people in a different way with total confidence and authority and control, not to bully them or intimidate them, but to sound that person is going to want to do business with you. How different is that when someone wants to do business with you? Makes all the difference in the world. If you're going to them and you're like the begging chihuahua at the table, man, and you're getting just rejection all day long. Who wants rejection? I hate rejection. Okay. But you've got to change. You've got to, my alma mater basically taught me, my mentor, Max, taught me that, and he was a charismatic, natural salesperson. I was not. I was this shy kid who didn't know what, I was just stepping on my tongue all day long. You've got to learn how to speak to people. It is the $1,000,000 skill, my word of honor. Okay. If you are selling a lot of you are in real estate, I know, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever product or service you're in, sound different, be original, be creative, be compelling, throw the rule book out of the window, go crazy, go for it. And you will see magic happen. Okay. And it's just amazing to me. How do we get people? How do we, there's a wonderful word out there. Oh, where's my notes here? I wrote it down today. I was thinking about it. I go running every day. Here it is. I write things down. I text myself and everything. What really is rapport? How do we develop rapport or charisma? How do we get people to like us, trust us, which is what the definition of rapport is? How do we get people there? We go to them and we ask questions. We show interest. We play a role in a play. Well, Shakespeare said, "All the world's a stage. We're just actors in it." So true. Get on that stage, call up people, act lost. Guess what? If you're playing the right role and you understand this, see, the psychology of persuasion is fascinating to me. Persuasion is really a combination of psychology, of suggestion or hypnosis, and it's also physical acting. So if you watch me, I use my hands a lot. Okay. Um, German background, German and Dutch background. I don't know why, but I use my hands a lot. Why? Because I'm enthusiastic about when I talk to you guys or when I talk to my clients. It's being demonstrative physically when you're on the screen, on Zoom, YouTube, or in person with people. But the psychology of persuasion, the right word said the right way with the right nuances, sometimes softly, sometimes loud like me all the time. Sometimes I talk fast. Sometimes I speak slowly just to get an attention moment. Many times I'll use descriptive adjectives and verbs to get their attention. That I can create once you master this skill and your confidence just soars. And we talked a lot about this today. When your confidence soars, it is amazing how much money you can make. You got to learn the secret of success is to have a good product or service and take responsibility for the success of your business. You think you can delegate it to other people? Listen, if you just start, there's such a thing I refer to as the kitchen table millionaire. That's somebody who using this wonderful remote control device to the universe, using this phone, using the technology on your laptop, Zoom or YouTube or whatever you like, and communicating to people the value of your product. What is the value? What do you bring to the table? What's the value? Are you just reading a boring corporate script? Or are you creating enthusiasm, likability, trust, rapport to that person you're trying to sell? I keep my business, I think big, but I keep my business very small. I just talk to people all day long. I ask questions like a doctor. What is your pain? What is your problem? What is your need? What are you looking for? What would you like to see happen? Sometimes I'll use a technique called redirection. It's a form of a reverse psychology. Gee, why are you selling a home? Why do you want to buy a home? You really don't want to do that, do you? Why is this a big problem? Other people, you'll solve it eventually, right? And then I force the prospect to give me everything I need. They tell me how to sell. They literally tell me, this is important. This is a takeaway. So listen carefully. They literally tell me how to sell them if I know the right questions to ask with redirection. Then we combine something else in that whole process, stroking and nurturing. We want to make people like us and trust us. We want to show an interest in them. It's a combination of many different psychological strategies. Then there's the suggestion part. Sometimes we put an image in their mind. Okay, I'm a big fan of Dr. Milton Erickson, the father of conversational hypnosis. Can you speak to somebody right in the beginning? I give all my students a little 3-minute timer. Can in just the first few seconds, can you go to somebody and put an image a picture in their mind. What does advertising do? We talked about this today on my Monday group call. I do all my students, I have a lot of students all over the world. And one of the things I talk about is painting a picture in their mind. Can I put a picture in your mind? What we see advertising companies do this with food all the time. We see the pizza commercials, okay, with the long string of cheese and the heat coming off it. We see it with food a lot, okay, because food is a real stimulant, isn't it? When we see other people eating and enjoying, we see the crunch, we see all the good stuff on it. Can you do that with words and put that image in that person's mind so that you develop that rapport, that trust and attraction? Attraction. I could do a seminar on attraction. I don't have the time today because tonight is is it taco? It's Taco Monday night. I don't know why, but I love tacos, and I'm having my little beer here with you guys. Attraction. Are you making yourself attractive to other people? And this can be combined socially. You want to sip? It's okay. I love to share. Wish we could do that through the video. Wouldn't that be great? Wish you could smell. It's a really nice beer. Can we? How do you make yourself attractive to other people? You ever have? Everybody's got a friend from high school, college, so their church, their social group, whatever. And that person walks into the room and it just brightens up. Hi, how are you? Remember Norm from Cheers? I always use that example. Can you be that person that other people gravitate to? You're the light and they're all the moths and they come to you. This is something, can you make yourself attractive? Can you offer value to people so that just in a couple minutes, they say yes, they give you a contract, you get another appointment with that person. You are having an honest, adult to adult, transparent, and all those other good millennial terms with that prospect. What happens when you have these good conversations every day? Just a few of them. You go to the bank. You make a shitload of money, guys. Sorry for the bad language. It was a long, hard day. Oh my God. But a good day. We went to nothing's like going to the bank on a Monday in August, okay? Nothing's like going to the bank every day. And all you have to do is study the art and science of persuasion. You've got to have a technique. I'm the author of The Gut Sales Method. Great untraditional techniques of sales. It's a way of, and we've lost this skill, and you still got a lot of phony baloney stuff. Ask for the order 5 times, knock on 100 doors, and if 100 people say no, knock on another 100. And a lot of this old school, old fashioned stuff, and even some of the new stuff is really dumb. Getting a list of people who don't know who you are and sending them a recording or spam email. You don't like that junk. Why would you want to utilize that in your marketing? It's crazy. But if you know how to speak to somebody and get them to like you, to trust you, to make yourself so attractive. And I don't mean you have to be a beautiful person or anything. I look like a movie star or anything. But what is really attraction? Can we be attracted to people who maybe aren't physically the most delightful people to see? Okay, but they offer something. They make you smile. They bring value to the table. Can you imagine if you had that skill? And you get that skill by learning a system like Guts. You practice it. I practice with my students 3 times a week. Okay, I love teaching this stuff because nobody else is. And they're still giving you garbage and baloney and telling you can automate everything and do all that stuff. That's fine if you want to spend a lot of money and all that stuff. I like a small business with low overhead. I have no employees. I have outside contractors and stuff like that. Sure. But I don't want to manage a lot of people. I just want to give good phone every day. When I give good phone, I go to bank, my word of honor. I just speak to people the right way. Okay. I sell informational products on sales, on marketing, on lease purchase real estate. I mentor people one-on-one. I'm only one person and I love doing what I do. I'm very fortunate. I'm passionate about what I do. And this journey we call life, I've had a good trip, man. I've been doing this for a while. I owe it a lot to my mentor. I always like to acknowledge my mentor because with all the informational products out there, with all the gurus and the seminars and all the college and everything else, and I believe in education. Okay. one guy he'd get on the phone and he'd make more money in one phone call than I'd make in a whole year in a corporate job. I had a corporate job, company car, expense account. I had to wear my little suit and tie and everything, and I hated it. Okay, it wasn't a bad company or bad people or anything. It just didn't suit my life. I like my freedom. I'm a free spirit. Okay, that's why I can talk honestly to you guys. Maybe you like what I have to say, maybe you don't, but you can't doubt my sincerity. If you do, call me. I answer my own phone, 970-281-5151. If you go to my webpage, there's a schedule a free consultation. In 15 minutes, I'll give you a few ideas how to double your income literally this week, today. It's just a question of perspective. Okay, how are you approaching people? If you're getting rejection and you're getting so tired of the reject, you almost do you ever get to the point where you're making phone calls and you almost hope, you're praying that you get the voicemail because you just don't want to hear some more rejection from somebody. That's how bad it can get. Okay. God, they always say that little expression, oh, it's a numbers game. Yeah, but you're dead man walking by the time you get to that number where somebody's going to give you enough money to buy some mac and cheese. Okay. You want to have sales can actually be so enjoyable. Can you imagine how good you feel, how great your confidence level is when you're speaking to people every day, having these wonderful eclectic, positive conversations. And you don't sell everybody, of course not. But you have the attitude, the confidence. You can walk into any room. You can talk to any person. You can go right up to the bar. You see somebody attractive. You could go right up to the bar and talk to that person. You know what to say without sounding like a pickup artist or somebody corny or something like that. Can you imagine if you had that same power? This is important. That same power by speaking to your prospects, to your follow-ups, and closing people. People want to do business with you. You don't have to beg. And the one letter I referred to early on is if you're calling people and you're acting subservient, okay? If you're doing, oh, hi, Mr. Prospect. Oh, anything you want? Oh, don't worry. Oh, I'm sorry if I interrupted your day. Oh, can I have a minute of your time? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's a formula for failure. And they're still teaching this shit. You cannot approach people like that. You have to approach them in a different way, like you're busy, a little bit of scarcity. I'm a big fan of, I happen to have the book on the table, Robert Cialdini, Cialdini, influences Psychology of Persuasion. I'm a big fan of many different psychologists, Dr. Eric Berne, transactional analysis, Dr. Pavlov, conditioned responses, Milton Erickson, I mentioned. So many different aspects of the psychology of how do you influence other people's thinking? How do you, socially or in business, can you go into a room? Can you go up to somebody in a restaurant? Can you talk to a total stranger in a business call and have a conversation with that person because they want to speak with you? Because you got them a little off balance. Back to that, what I talked about earlier, pattern interrupts. Going kind of like, being, what do they call it? The bull in the china shop. Okay. I approach people in a completely different way. I get through the guardian at the gate. A lot of people try to get through, they can't get past the receptionist. I always get through the receptions. I get through to the CEOs and the people all the time because I don't sound like a salesperson who doesn't have an appointment. I sound completely different. One of my favorites here, I'll give you this one before I go. A little sip of my favorite little ultra beer here. And it's not even Beer with Claude Saturday. It's something I do on Saturdays on YouTube and on Facebook, Beer with Claude. And I like to talk about different aspects of sales and success. You have to make your own success by learning a system of persuasion. Get past the guardian at the gate. Oh, Abernard is on. Hi there. I was talking about your question today, Aberin. You need to take that more and watch this video, buddy, because I did talk about it in advance. And you have to be the leader, not the follower. You have to be the participant, not the spectator in business. And you have to make yourself so attractive that people want to do business with you. They love you. And even if you don't make the sale, What happens emotionally when you have a good conversation? And even though you didn't make the sale, can you go to that next call and feel strong, feel confident? Confidence, the big C word. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Because when you feel good about yourself and the product and service of the company you're representing, I don't care what business you're in, you can speak to people all day long and someone's going to say yes, and you're going to go to the bank. How to get past, last thing, get past the guardian at the gate, call up, ring, ring. And the person says, hello, ABC Corporation. Hi, is John in? John who? John, your CEO. This is Claude. I'm in town. I'd like to take him out to lunch today. Oh, well, he knows what this is about. I said, well, I don't usually ask strangers to lunch. Tell John it's Claude, please, and put me through. I get through every time. It's my attitude. It's the way I get through. If I don't get through to John, the CEO, I get through to his assistant, his secretary, or somebody else. And I just say, how many people call up someone they want to talk to who's got this fortress around them, these guardians, receptionists, whatever, and you say you want to take them to lunch? Nobody does that. And that's just one little aspect of the gut sales method, approaching people in such a different way that it gets them off balance. And you want to get to that decision maker all the time. Hey, listen, my name is Claude Diamond, and thank you, Aber and Art, for your excellent question. I just thought I'd talk about it for, gosh, is it 21 minutes already? Boy, I can really ramble. I'm sorry, guys. My name is Claude. I answer my own phone, 970-281-5151. Go to my webpage, schedule a free 15-minute conversation with me. I'll guarantee you right now, I'll make a bet. Okay? I'll make you a bet that if you call me and we talk for 15 minutes, maybe even 20, who knows, I'll give you a few ideas on how to double your sales, how to increase your income substantially in one phone call. Go ahead, challenge me. See what happens. You can also get a free book on my webpage, claudediamond.com. It's in there. Everybody, you listen. You guys, be safe, have fun, stay cool. It's a hot summer out there. I'm right now in our summer chalet here in Winter Park, Colorado. It's wonderful here. It's in the high 40s in the morning, goes up to a whole 75 degrees, then the temperature comes right back down. It's a wonderful summer here. I'm doing my trail running every day and just loving sales. So thanks to Aber and Art. Thanks to all of you for watching. Have a great day and take care. Salute. I got to get more of this beer. Take care, guys. See you till next time.